Awesome. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Cool. And now they work fine. Super smooth. Okay, good morning and welcome for tuning in this video. We got lots of work to do progress actually on the Harrier model, but let's start with a fun fact. Did you know that the canopy of the Harrier was used to build the Boeing X-32? So let's test that out before we start this video. And it almost does fit, really. Awesome. So in this video we're going to install the Pegasus module. Lots of parts are printed last week with the Bamboo Lab. And I got a lot of questions from you guys. Which material that I used for the landing gear? Well, this is PLA carbon fiber from Bamboo Lab. And it looks really awesome. And it's super strong. So carbon filled PLA from Bamboo Lab. These parts are all printed with foaming filaments from Color Fab. Still need to clean them, but to give you an example, this is a door from the Boeing X-32, 12 grams. Crazy, epically lightweight. So today lots of work, and let's see if we can make it freely standing on our legs at the end of this video and maybe do a thrust test. Let's start with continuing the electronics. Okay, all the wires are already done for the tail section. We still need an ESC for the front section, but let's focus building in the Pegasus setup. And we also need a base plate for adding our receivers on it and our KK2 board. So let's start printing this base plate before we build it in. Okay, the Pegasus is finally in. Lots of wires. It moves also freely, so that's quite nice. So we can start adding the nozzles. What the cool part is, these bearings are 45-degree angled. So more pressure will push this outside and it will move more freely. So that's quite an awesome invention. Let's see if this one will align. Just perfectly. So this tube is also blowing air into the wing for roll nozzles. And let's proceed to the next step, and this is gluing this top cover. And then we will install the electronic board. Okay, the front nozzles are installed, or actually the left side, but they're turning awesomely smooth. And to make it, or to give it a nice finishing touch, we need to add these shells on it, and this will make it finished awesome. Well, for aligning the nozzles, left with the right side, is actually quite easy. I made those slots, as you can see, and you can easily turn it to make it on the correct angle. So what I'm doing is I put them 90 degrees downwards, and I've done it so many times already, so I can already see how far we are. Just make a simple flat alignment tool. So this is straight, and this one is also nicely straight. So now we fix it. Quite easy to align the nozzles, and now they work fine. Super smooth. Okay, I already started with installing the receiver, and I still do love the KK2 port oil. In my opinion, mechanically wise, if it works also with the KK2. And when the base setup is done, yes, we can maybe move on with the INAV. But in my opinion, the setup must work before you going to upgrade it to another flight computer. So the basics must be right. So that's just the reason why I'm still using the KK2 board. Quite super simple with tuning it on the field without the laptop. And it's stable. No complaints about the KK2 board for now. So now's a nice moment to install this board, that we can see if the wing fits nicely and if this is connected well to the wing. So let's proceed to gluing this on top and fit the wing. Okay, everything is connected. At least I connected 8S instead of 12. So let's see. And to show you that air is coming out of this tube, let me take a piece of whatever thingy. Nice, airflow. Okay guys, it's taking more work than expected. At least the receiver's in, the wing holder is connected, the motor's running. Also the tail section is connected, and I will show you how this part works. So let's see what we can do more today, but it's getting a mess. And the landing gear also needs to go on.
This video is sponsored by PCBWay. PCBWay provides custom PCB services, but they also offer 3D printing, CNC machining, sheet fabrication and many more. We use CNC and also 3D printing to make our projects. Mostly I use PCBWay to CNC cut aluminium parts for the F-35 landing gear. At PCBWay you can easily upload your file, select the material that you want and get a quote in less than 24 hours. Check them out at pcbway.com, and let's go back to our video.
Well, I am getting proud. Just like the real Harrier. Look. Awesome. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Cool. So also the gyro will be connected later on the KK2. But I'm really proud of that. So there's a small EDF there, pushing air left, right and right side. It's running on continuously throttle. So yeah, this will also help during forward flight, because the rudder is quite small, and I really hope this is enough momentum to turn this whole in the Z-axis 360. Okay, let's continue. So let's move on with the wing. I made an improvement with this carbon fiber insert. Before this was lightweight printed fully, but the shredded get really worn out quickly. So I made a tube which goes all the way through with a bracket in the bottom. So this will hold the wing. Also I made some thicker parts for the wing holder. So let's see if this holds better. A huge improvement compared to the version 1 Harrier, which is still working nicely. So during the week, the days are getting longer in Holland, so we're going to fly it more often. Or maybe we're going to take it off again in the living room, which I like the most to do. Alright, I also connected the aileron nozzle. So this works, that one works. We got our gyro momentum works. Just spot on. I'm really happy to show you guys this. We got our nozzle rotation, which are working nicely. Awesome. And we can give some throttle. Oh, epic. You can feel the air coming out. Awesome, guys. Maybe we can try to do a thrust test without the gear. Okay, guys, let's measure the model. What it is now. Okay. It's actually nicely already on the CG. So the model is 4.2 kilos. 4.2 kilos. Yeah. Okay, so this model is 4.2 kilos at the moment. So when I add these batteries, 1.3 kilos, we're getting at 5.5 kilos. Let's say 6 kilos for the fun. The motor can give 10, so we are in the range that it could lift the entire model. So let's try a test outside. Okay. Yeah. Well, guys, I really love this test. The pressure, wow, it's epic. And you see it already bouncing around to tilt the Harrier model. I'm happy. So can you imagine that we got still an extra 3 kilos push from the pitch CDF? So the current draw was like 126 amps, which was actually, for my feeling, quite low. But if it hovers with 126 amps, then it can hover for a really long time, and we got some long flight times. Amazing. So if this engine Schubler is too weak afterwards, but I don't expect that, then we can also take the motor from this JP. But for now, I'm happy with the results with a 5.5 kilo model. So if you go back to the numbers again, our max limit is 6. And including LiPo, we are now at 5.5 kilos. And we still need to add the landing gear and the LiPo for the front and the back EDF. So I think we will reach our goal together. So happy with this result. Well, guys, I'm really happy with this week's result. I'm still working on the landing gear, which is still a lot of work. But this was already looking stunning. 15mm tube, printed in carbon fiber filaments. Bam! And we got a really strong front-legged front landing gear with a strong suspension from JP. So this works awesomely. So I'm really happy with the results of the thrust out of the pressure out of the puffer ducts. It's responding really well. So I'm looking forward to connect it to the KK2 button and do our first takeoff. So those extra EDFs for pitch 2x64mm will give us an extra 3 kilo push if needed. As you saw a few minutes ago, it was already hovering freely on its own weight without the additional EDF. So all this extra ballast, and it works. So I can't wait to finish this. So make sure to subscribe and hit that like button, and also make sure to turn on that notification bell so you won't miss the next video. For now, I'm going to enjoy with the kids. It is really nice weather, and I would say have a lovely Sunday and see you guys next week. Bye bye.